5 years from now, you're gonna look in the mirror and see one of two people. Either someone who did it, who showed the fuck up, who clawed their way out of excuses and built something real, or someone who didn't. Someone scrolling their phone with dead eyes, sipping cheap coffee, wondering where the hell all the time went. No applause, no confetti, just two outcomes, one truth. And here's the worst part. You don't even feel it happening. You think you're just sleeping in, just skipping one morning, just giving yourself a little break. But what you're really doing, you're trading 5 years of your life for 9 more fucking minutes under a blanket. You don't need a new app. You don't need another inspirational quote. You don't need a planner with gold lettering that says, let's crush it. You need to wake the hell up. Literally, metaphorically, brutally. Because that moment you hit snooze, that's not comfort. That's surrender. That's a silent agreement with mediocrity. And you signed it with your thumb while half asleep. You think it doesn't matter? Let me give it to you straight. Every time you delay your morning, you're not just losing time. You're handing over your prime mental state to garbage. You're giving your sharpest focus to the algorithm. You're handing your best brain to YouTube drama and Instagram noise. And then you wonder why your life feels behind, why your goals feel blurry, why your motivation feels dead. It's not that you're broken. It's that you're leaking your best self, drip by drip, every damn morning. Now let me slap you with some reality. There is a window, a small one, roughly 60 to 90 minutes after you wake up. It's your mental cheat code. Your brain is sharp. Your dopamine is high. Your cortisol is rising just enough to get you moving. In that state, you can build. You can focus. You can reprogram your entire damn identity. Or you can scroll. Get distracted. Start your day playing defense like 95% of the world. And don't give me that, I'm not a morning person excuse. This isn't about being a morning person. This is about being a not wasting my prime mental energy on fucking cat videos person. Big difference. You think successful people have some magic morning gene? They don't. They're just awake when no one else is. And they use it. While you're arguing with strangers on Reddit, they're building. While you're checking who viewed your story, they're stacking hours. They don't do it because it's fun. They do it because it works. Because that one boring-ass hour, that quiet, uncomfortable, no one clapping for you hour, that hour compounds. It multiplies into focus, into identity, into a version of you that doesn't beg for discipline, but embodies it. And no, I'm not going to give you some motivational oatmeal about rise and grind culture. I'm not here to scream hustle porn in your face like a fitness bro on pre-workout. I'm here to tell you this. That 1 hour, that forgotten hour, that's the hinge that swings open your entire fucking life. You control that. You control everything. But you ignore it. You stay stuck, wishing, hoping, living off highlights from people who made the choice you keep avoiding. So here's the deal. You don't need 24 perfect hours. You just need one. 1 hour. Claimed. Protected. Weaponized. That's how the 1% starts their day. Not loud. Not glamorous. Just locked in. And that's how you change your life. Not next week. Not next year. Tomorrow morning. You ready? Then stop waiting for motivation. Set the damn alarm. And prepare to meet the version of you who doesn't hit snooze on their future. But let me warn you. Nobody's going to congratulate you for waking up early. Nobody's handing out medals for drinking water, stretching your back, or cracking open a damn book at sunrise. That's the price. That's the deal. The grind that actually changes your life. It's invisible. And that's why 99% of people never stick to it. They want applause for trying. They want permission to rest after 3 days of effort. They want Instagram likes for making a to-do list. But this game doesn't care how you feel. It only pays you in results, in outcomes, in who you become when no one's watching. And here's the brutal truth. The identity you're living with today, the one that keeps hitting snooze, chasing motivation, and waiting for the right time, that identity is literally crafting the future you'll wake up in 5 years from now. So the real question is this. Who are you becoming while no one's watching? Every time you crawl out of bed before the sun, even when your body screams no, you are not just waking up early, but taking a scalpel to the old you, the flaky you, the half-assed you, the excuse-making, maybe tomorrow version of you. And you're carving out someone better, someone who is feared, focused, respected by others, sure, but first and foremost, by themselves. Because that's the deepest betrayal, when you can't trust yourself. When you say, I'll change, and you don't. When you whisper, this time it's different, but deep down, you know it's not. You can't build a future on self-lies. You can't chase greatness with the identity of a coward. So every time you take that first hour, that one sacred, uninterrupted hour, and you act with intention, you are casting a vote for the identity you want to become. No speeches, no drama, just votes. 1 hour, one action, one win, one more step toward the version of you that doesn't just talk, but executes. Let's do some quick math, because you're not going to believe what this really means. One focused hour every morning equals 365 hours a year. That's 15.2 days. More than 2 full weeks of laser beam effort. 2 weeks where the world didn't interrupt, where your demons didn't win, where you ran the show. And that's just 1 year. Stack that for 5 years. That's 76 entire days of pure, intentional building. That's over 2.5 months of elite, uninterrupted self-mastery. While the rest of the world is scrolling memes and complaining about being behind, you're literally creating a second life, 1 hour at a time. You know what that looks like? That's a book written. That's a business launched. That's a body transformed. That's a skill mastered. That's a future owned. And that's just the compound interest of discipline. It sneaks up on you. Slowly, quietly, ruthlessly. Then one day, out of nowhere, you wake up and realize you've become dangerous. The kind of person who doesn't need to prove anything. The kind of person who walks into a room and instantly shifts the energy. Not because they're loud, but because they're clear, grounded, built different. But here's the catch, and it's ugly. You won't feel it at first. You won't feel proud after day 1. You won't feel legendary after week 2. You won't even feel consistent after month 1. You'll just feel alone, tired, questioning everything, wondering if it's even worth it. But let me tell you something that'll punch through that doubt. If you show up for yourself when it's hard, if you honor your damn word in silence, if you keep that promise you whispered to yourself when no one was listening, you will start to trust yourself again. That's the most underrated superpower in the world. Not confidence, self-trust, because confidence is loud. But self-trust? It's quiet as hell, but unshakable. It's the moment when your alarm rings at 5 a.m. And instead of negotiating with yourself, you move. No drama, no questions, just movement. That's not a routine. That's identity warfare, and you just won. And listen, you don't need to be perfect. This isn't about never missing a day. It's about not missing who you're becoming. You fall off, get up. You sleep in, own it. Then get sharper. You mess up a week, forgive yourself and rebuild. The goal isn't a streak. The goal is transformation. Because you're not here to wake up early. You're here to wake the hell up to your own potential. This isn't about mornings. It's about momentum. It's about walking into every day like you're on a mission, not just to survive, but to build, to conquer, to craft a future you're proud to fucking live in. Asterisk. You want peace? Earn it. You want clarity? Create it. You want power? Command it, before the world even opens its eyes. That's how you get ahead. That's how you stop living like life is happening to you, and start living like life is being built by you. But if that sounds like too much, if you'd rather coast, delay, distract, that's fine too. Just understand, the next 5 years are coming, whether you rise or not. The only question left is, will you be building a future you own, or binge watching someone else live theirs? Time's up. Not just on this video. On your bullshit asterisk T. All the waiting, all the excuses, all the next week, when I'm ready, when life settles down. Life's not going to settle. It's going to test you. It's going to keep throwing distractions, stress, noise, doubt, everything it can to break your focus and seduce you back into average. And here's the worst part. You'll be tempted to go back. Back to the comfort. Back to the scrolling. Back to the life where you're safe, but stuck. Where nothing hurts, but nothing grows. Where no one judges you, but no one remembers you either. Because in that world, that lukewarm, half-lived world, no one rises. No one wins. And no one ever feels alive. You want to feel something real? Get uncomfortable. You want to change your life? Change your fucking habits. You want a future that hits different. Stop living like you've got unlimited time. Let me tell you something hard. Your potential is dying in your pillow. And every time you hit snooze, you're pulling the trigger. This isn't just about sleep. It's about self-respect. It's about whether you still believe that the person you could become is worth fighting for. Because that fight, it doesn't happen once. It happens every morning. When the alarm rings and the voice in your head says, stay in bed. It's not a big deal. That voice, that's your enemy. It sounds like comfort, but it's poison. It sounds like love, but it's fear. It sounds like reason, but it's the death of your dreams wrapped in a warm blanket. And here's what's crazy. You'll never be fully ready. There's no magical morning when you suddenly feel like becoming the best version of yourself. You don't wait for it. You build it. You crawl through the resistance. You rise before you're confident. You move before you're motivated. And you earn that version of you, 1 hour at a time. So here's the moment. Right now, the fork in the road. The line in the fucking sand. 2 paths. Only one leads to life. Path 1, you hit snooze tomorrow. You start your day on defense. You let TikTok raise your cortisol. You give your best energy to apps, ads, and algorithms. And you keep wondering why you're behind. Path 2, you rise. Not because it's easy, not because it's glamorous, but because it's yours. You drink that water like a savage. You move like your body's a weapon. You pick one goal and lock in like a sniper. You learn something that sharpens your edge. You guard that hour like it's the most precious time you'll ever get, because it is. And you repeat, ruthlessly, unapologetically, quietly. No post, no flex, just momentum. Because someday, they'll see the results and call you lucky. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was early mornings and lonely reps. It was silence. It was sweat. It was the discipline of a person who decided, I'm done living life on someone else's schedule. I'm done waiting. I'm done wishing. I'm done surviving. Now, I'm becoming. That's your choice. Not later. Not someday. Now. Because this isn't a drill. This is your one shot. The next 5 years are already moving. With or without you. So what's it going to be? You gonna keep watching motivational videos? Or become the reason someone else makes one? You gonna keep hitting snooze? Or hit your life so hard it wakes the hell up? You gonna let your best self stay trapped in the someday file of your mind? Or are you finally ready to build a future that feels unreal because you made it real? Look, I don't care if it's 5 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. I care about what the fuck you do when you wake up. And if that first hour still belongs to everyone else, to your feed, to your distractions, to your fears, then you're building someone else's dream while yours rots in silence. But if you're ready to flip the script, to win the morning, to dominate your decade, to stop asking, waiting, hoping, and just start, then prove it. Set the alarm. Prep your clothes. Silence the noise. And rise tomorrow like your future depends on it, because it damn well does. And when that alarm hits, don't hit snooze. Don't hit delay. Hit back.